So, what is teaching to you?
Teaching to me is a dedicated choice. I really love the job that I do. I like it because I get to meet so many different students, and each student brings their individuality into class, so it makes it really, really interesting for me. And for different students, I have to use different methods of teaching. It's like one style doesn't fit everybody. Sometimes I may prepare something and come, and when I try to present it to the class, it bombs. It's like they don't get it. So I had to find a different way to explain the same concept. So it's a very dynamic process, and it changes from day to day, class to class. So there's no set way of doing anything. It all depends on the relationship with the students and how you can get them interested, how to get them to listen to what you have to say. And it has to be like a transaction between the teacher and the student. Give and take. So they ask me questions, I respond.
Give and take.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not like I know everything and I'm trying to tell them this is how it's done.
Yeah.
So it's mainly interaction between the student and the teacher.
Okay, I think that's a great point. And what do you think your role is in the class? Like as a teacher, what is your main role in the class?
My main role in the class, I think, is to be like the facilitator, to get them to talk, to get them to ask questions. And I think of myself more as a guide than a teacher. And I can guide them to find the information they need, or I really like for them to come to the answer themselves. I can kind of suggest things. I don't say this is the only way. So because there are multiple ways of doing anything. So mostly it's interaction, and that I can actually have a relationship with the students so they feel comfortable to ask me questions. They won't feel like, oh my God, I'm the only one who doesn't understand this. If they feel comfortable with the teacher, then they're not shy to ask questions. That way it makes me a better student, because then I know if they're comfortable enough to ask me questions, then I know, okay, I'm not doing this correct. I need to change my approach to this lesson. Maybe the method I'm using is not working. Let me try a different method. So mostly I think it should be where the students are comfortable. They don't feel like afraid to ask questions or afraid to get something wrong.
Then in this case, do you think that it's necessary that sometimes you have to be the controller of a class?
Oh yeah.
Like, although you
of
just
course,
mentioned.
of course, you have to kind of have class control. Otherwise, the class goes crazy and then there's nothing done. So it's sometimes a fine line that you have to straddle, because sometimes you have to be the authority figure and say, okay, let's get back to work. Now this discussion is going way into something else, because we have a set amount of time to finish a lesson, because I want it to be like maybe 2 weeks on this lesson, 3 weeks on the other, according to my syllabi. So sometimes the class gets, if you get too close to your students, then they think of the teacher as a friend, and that doesn't work either. So it's always a balance.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to have class control. The teacher has to, or the instructor really needs to make that clear, like, okay, I'm the authority figure here, but it's a very loving environment, or we are comfortable with each other. We're all learning from each other. Sometimes I learn from my students. Like sometimes they can tell me something that I didn't know. I'm like, wow, I learned something from you. So as long as they feel like, oh, she doesn't think that she knows everything. When I get something wrong, they're happy. So the teacher didn't know it either. Wow. So it's okay to show your students that you don't know everything. And I think that way students actually respect you, because you're saying, okay, I'm just like all of you. I make mistakes too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And the last question, do you like to do activities in the ESL class? Like do the Do you think activities like little games is more effective than exams?
Yes,
Okay.
I have definitely, through experience, I've come to find out that doing activities where it's fun, where they don't think that, oh my god, here we go again, it's another test, that they learn better because they put the guard down. They're more willing to take in information when it's like a game because it's not like a test. Because some people get very nervous when it's a test and okay, oh my god, and all they're thinking is about the test. And once the test is finished, all the information is out of their brain. At least if it's a game, it tends to stay longer in their system. So I prefer to do it like an activity-based instruction more than test-based instruction.
Okay, thank you.
That's it?
Yep.